Well, spring break can be spent on trips to the coast, staycations, all kinds of other adventures. But recently, a local group of soccer-infatuated teens from FC Portland got a stupendous opportunity to play in an international U13 tournament in Russia. Grabbing elements from 3 different teams from FCP, the traveling all-stars returned home with plenty of smiles and stories, and Fox 12's Nick Krupke helps share them.
For these young teenage girls, soccer is life. Just weeks ago, the collection of footballers packed up and shipped out for a 10-day trip of a lifetime.
Hey girls, you ready?
Playing the role of American ambassadors.
Everybody give me the thumbs up.
We had to act really professional.
How do you act professional? What do you do? How do you do that?
Don't be loud.
After 13 hours on a plane, the professional troupe landed in Moscow for spring break.
It was really different because you get in and there's this dirty city, and then you turn the corner and there's a beautiful chapel with golden domes, and there are all these dirty cars, and it's merging traffic.
Once you were in the air, you could see all the buildings and all the rivers and stuff. It was frozen, so it's kind of cool. You're driving down the street, there's all these tall skyscrapers, and in the middle there's an old cathedral, 300-year-old cathedral. That's beautiful.
Beautiful on the surface, sure, but it's what bubbled beneath with the upheaval in Ukraine that almost canceled out their entire opportunity.
I thought it would be a bit unstable with the Ukraine situation, but I got there and it seemed like life was normal.
All they knew was, wait a minute, we might not go on this trip. And so because of that, they started to kind of investigate why might we not. So I think it kind of helped their appreciation of kind of what's going on out there.
Safely housed in dorms at Chertonova, the U.S. travelers were there for a little footy and a little strange foodie.
And then they would give us this spongy, gross it was like a cake, but it wasn't a cake.
They would always have this porridge stuff that's lumpy and white and chunky, and no one really ate that.
So when you guys came back to the States, what's the first thing you went and grabbed? You said, I have to have a
Pizza. A bacon cheeseburger.
Maybe not big fans of the menus, the girls did get to mingle with other likable bits of the Russian culture, where teenage girls there are similar to what they're used to back in the States.
Sometimes I felt like we weren't doing things right. So it was just a little bit awkward at some moments.
We didn't really talk much. It was more just kind of an awkward time, and then we would laugh, and I don't know, we just played ping pong and stuff.
We could communicate through Google Translate, and we could kind of talk to each other, and it was really cool to talk to them, to have a foreign friend kind of, and we all follow each other now on Instagram, so we kind of can keep in touch and stuff.
Literally, once we asked if they had an Instagram, they all got one, and we were their profile photos.
Plenty of filters and hashtags were blasted into the social media scope for what also happened on the indoor pitch, where the out-of-towners claimed the title and some gold medals around their necks.
When we won, honestly, I felt like I was going to cry. It was so amazing, and I think it was a shock for the other team, too, because every year they win that tournament. That was the first time they've ever lost, and it was because this American team just came in and beat them.
Winners on the field and winners in the best spring break ever.
Way to go, girls. The club got the invite to go abroad thanks to the Russian connections with the father of a former player in the program. The U13 team most recently won the State Cup.